In today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 stages of healing after a breakup. Understanding these stages can help you navigate the emotional challenges of breakup and recognize that healing takes time. It's important to prioritize self-care, seek support from friends and family, and consider professional help if needed to cope with the emotional pain. This is exactly why we're here for. I'm Coach Goldman, and today I'm going to walk you through the 5 stages that you're going to go through after a breakup. And I want to draw parallels to the grief process because there is a lot of similarities between grieving of someone you lost that passed away and someone you lost because they left you and you're no longer together. There are many similarities, and it will expedite your healing process once you understand it, because you might be really confused about where you are, when you're going to heal, how you're going to heal. And when you understand what you're going through and the stage that you are in, it makes it easier because you know that you're progressing, and sometimes you know even if you're regressing, and that is okay. Before we dive in, I just want to say that grieving over someone who passed, it's easier than someone you lost, a heartbreak, a breakup. Because when somebody is passed away, it's definite. They're passed away. You cannot see them, you cannot talk to them, and it's over. But with a breakup, the person is still alive, he's still there. He's choosing not to talk to you, or he's choosing not to be with you. And it's very, very hard. It's very hard. When someone passes away, you can't talk to them even if you want to. And I really wanted you guys to understand the concept of grieving and healing from a heartbreak, because it's really, for me, it helped me expedite my healing process. And I want to give this to you because I know you're in pain and I know that this is going to help you. So let's dive in. Experience a breakup can be emotionally challenging, often resembling the stages of grief. Here are the typical stages individuals may go through after a breakup and their similarities to the stages of grief. Now, I just want to say some things before we start, because the emotional roller coaster, loss and adjustment, and non-linear process, these are exactly the same, because both breakup and grief involve a roller coaster of emotions, ranging from shock and denial to acceptance and hope. Maybe right now you're probably shocked and denial, but we will dive in deeper into each and every one of the stages, and also how to deal with each and every one of the stages, because you need to know where you are and actually what you need to do and how you need to do it in order for you to go through it and grow through it in the best way possible. The second one here is loss and adjustment. Both experiences entail a sense of loss, whether it's the loss of a relationship or loss of a loved one, and require adjustments to a new reality. You got to say to yourself, this is my reality now. This person is out of my life. It's not easy. It takes a lot of courage to admit it. It took me a lot of time when my ex cheated on me or experiencing other breakups in my life. It took me some time to say, okay, this person is no longer in my life. She will not call. I will not text. We will not make love anymore. So it wasn't easy. But after the healing, the person you become after that, this is just a gift. This is a gift. And I know that right now you probably cannot see it, and that is okay, but I just wanted to let you know that beyond the mountain, there is the prize. There is a new you, a better version of you, because this breakup is happening to you and not for you. It's for you to grow. It's for you to evolve. It's for you to expand your personality. I know that it feels shitty right now, but it will get better. I promise you it will get better. The third one is non-linear process, and I think it's very important to understand because both processes are non-linear, meaning you may move back and forth between stages, experience them out of order or revisit certain stages over time. This happens too. I remember it happened to me. I was sure that I was over her, and all of a sudden I started feeling so sad. I kind of like regressed and went from almost acceptance to bargaining again and shock. And I was like, how can it be? So it's important for you to understand that this is okay to move from one stage to the next. You're not going crazy. You're not regressing, but you are just in the process. And sometimes in the process, you go a little bit back, but it doesn't mean that you're regressing, because regression means that you're not evolving, but you are evolving. Okay, let's start with the first one. First one is shock and denial. In a breakup, initially, there can be a sense of shock and disbelief. You might struggle to accept that the relationship is over. It happens to us all. Our partner tells us, listen, I don't want to be with you anymore for any kind of reason. It always catches you blindsided. You're never ready for it. It's never a good time for a breakup. It's never a fun thing to hear that the person that you love no longer want to be with you. So give yourself grace here. If you feel some shock and denial, that is okay. That is okay. This is what you need to feel. At the beginning, shock and denial, it's the first thing. You cannot go to acceptance immediately. And I know that the process is not linear, but you cannot pass the shock. Shock and denial, everybody will feel. In grief, it's similarly to grief. When grieving, people often experience shock and denial, finding it hard to believe that their loved one is gone. You see the similarities? All right. Pain. Number 2, it's pain and anger. In a breakup, as reality sets in, feeling of pain, sadness, and anger may arise. You might feel hurt by the rejection or betrayal. And rejection breeds obsession. This is why you will move in. The next phase will be bargaining. We'll discuss more about this right now. But when you move from anger to bargaining, this is where you are, because of the rejection, you're starting to be obsessed. And you want them back. You want them back. You want them back because you can have them. Technically, you can have them back. They're still around. In grieving, this is often a phase that is marked by intense emotional pain, anger of the situation at oneself, and sense of injustice. You might feel injustice as well. You might feel the injustice at the first stage, because you say to yourself, no. It shouldn't be. I've been so good to you. I've done everything that you wanted me to. How can you do this to me? And oftentimes people say, how can you do this to me? People have change of heart sometimes, and it's hard. It's hard to predict what the other person might do. Maybe you ignore some red flags that you didn't see. Maybe you settled. There are many, many things that can cause you also to feel the pain and slight anger, because sometimes you're also angry at yourself. You say, I should have known better, that this is not the one for me. Should you? Could you? Did you? No, because you were in love. You wanted this to work. There is no easy way to say what I'm saying here, and I'm very aware of it, and I'm trying to be a little bit easier on you guys, because I feel your pain. It's really not fun what you're going through. But again, I want to remind you that you will be fine. You will be okay. Third stage is bargaining. In a breakup, during this stage, you may find yourself bargaining with your ex or with yourself, trying to find ways to reconcile or fix things in a relationship. When a relationship is over and you're in the bargaining stage, please go no contact. You're probably familiar with the no contact rule by now. If you're not, watch the no contact playlist that I put together for you and understand what it means. Because once your ex breaks up with you, that's truth. You just separated. You don't reach out. You don't do anything. They need to come back to you. You cannot, by any means, initiate any kind of contact with them, because it will not work. If someone breaks up with you, They need to come back. You need to allow them to come back. You need to create a space for them to miss you. And for them to miss you, you got to be missing. You got to be missing. So you got to go. You got to go. It's hard. I know. I know that it's hard. I understand that it's hard. But this is what you got to do. I didn't make up those rules. This is how humans work. We want what we cannot have. This is why you want your ex. And this is also what will get your ex back if you're missing. If you are going away, they will feel your absence. And I made a lot of videos on that, so you can check out some more videos in my channel, because I really want this one to be very specific. Bargaining and grief. Bargaining involves thoughts like, if only I had done something differently, maybe they would still be here, or they would remember me differently. Yeah. Number 4 is depression. In a breakup, feeling of sadness, loneliness, and depression can set in as you come to terms with the loss and its impact on your life. In grief, depression is characterized by deep sadness, withdrawal from activities, and sense of emptiness. It's you gotta completely understand it and completely embrace that. Sometimes you will feel depressed after a breakup. You'll feel depressed, and one of good definitions that I found for depression, depressed, it's you're in deep rest, because you need to take time for you to recuperate. You need to take time to heal. At ancient times, when we were cavemen and cavewomen, I don't know if cavewomen is a thing, but when we were in the caveman area, when people were ill, they needed to go, and they were ill and they felt depressed. They needed to take a deep rest. And once they did, they took time for them to heal in order for them not to infect their tribe. So they were alone, isolated. They took a step back from society. Probably this is what you're going through right now. You're not socializing. That is okay. Because this is a primal thing in our brain that we need to take a step back, recalibrate, find out what went wrong, and then can be back to society. Before that, we just cannot. So depression is, you need a deep rest. Take this deep rest. Understand what went wrong. Feel your emotions. Let them sit. Seek for professional help if this is what you need. I got you. You can check the link in the description below. Book a call with me and I can help you with your unique situation. Understand that you don't need to go through this alone. There is no medals that being rewarded for people that go through depression alone. And people say, oh, you went through this alone. Good for you. It's not the way it works. So this is why we're here for, my friend. Number 5, last but not least, is acceptance and moving on. In a breakup, eventually you start to accept the reality of the breakup. You begin to focus on self-healing, personal growth, and moving forward with your life. Grief, acceptance in grief involves coming to terms with the lost. Adjust your life without the person and finding new sense of normalcy. Yes, my friends, this is the 5 stages that you will go through. Allow yourself to go through them. Understand that this is okay. This is just a part of it. You're growing. You are growing. Because if you're watching this video right now, it means that you're seeking knowledge to elevate the pain. You're seeking wisdom, and that is good. This is so good, and I'm so proud of you for that. Keep on moving on. Keep on caring about yourself and your mental health. Watch this type of video. Again, get professional help if needed. And know that you will move past that. You will be okay. I know that you will be okay. These are the stages that you will go through. You'll jump sometimes from one to another. Sometimes you will heal more rapidly. Things that I don't want you to do is to jump to another relationship right now. Don't do this. Don't go into another relationship. Maybe your ex already in a new relationship and you feel like you lost. because they're in a new relationship and you're single. This rebound relationship they're in, or monkey branching, it will never last. Don't make the same mistakes. Take time to heal. Once you're taking time to heal, you will meet healed people around you, because we attract who we are. If your ex cheated on you or moved very fast, monkey branched, or rebounded, they met the same kind of person emotionally. This is the emotional level. And therefore, this relationship will never work. It cannot work. It's not healthy. For whatever reason you're watching this video, my friend, I know you'll be okay. I'm sending you much love. Much, much love. You got this, and we are here for you. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.